Hello guys. It is another stream. We're streaming on Tuesdays now. What's going on? Welcome to another one. We're gonna finish the Ice campaign. I told you guys, we're going until we are done. We have 2 maps to go. I'm just swipe them out real quick. Play a couple today, and then speedrun it. Speedrun the rest of it. Servus. That's German, right? Welcome to all the new people. I always see first-time chatters. It's very cool. Hope you guys enjoy the stream today. It's more Ice, the normal campaign maps that have been changed. But yeah, let's see. Am I addicted to Ice? Yes. It is the only drug I have available to me that's legal in Norway. So I just take a lot of Ice. The other drugs, they're not allowed, but Ice is like my... yeah. I get a kick out of it. Nothing compares to Ice, you know? The elation of setting author medals on Ice tracks is just... yeah. Nothing's close. It's potent. Sadly, though, there are addicts out there that have fallen to the Ice epidemic. Such as Mika. Mika, guys. He did what we expected, didn't he? Twitter. Let's have a look at what was posted today. Mika beat my record. The world record that I took from him by a second. Yeah, he took it back and said, if you want, we can start a game. I'm picturing the guy from Saw. The bad guy, Jigsaw, right? Like, let's play a game, Virtual. This will be fun. Try to beat my record. Take it back. You can do it, Virtual. Take it back. Look, I only beat you by 1200s. You can totally beat me. You can totally take it back. Just do it, Virtual. I'm not gonna destroy you, I promise. Just take it back.
This guy Sigma is
no,
fucked, dude.
I'm not playing your games, Mick, alright? You can find some other player to play with. I admit you are good at this stuff. 1, 2, 3, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the vibe. I'll leave it to Salmon to beat him back, because I'm not gonna try. Salmon with the ridiculous time? Yeah, he got it first. Salmon got there first. Maybe he's the new master. Look at this. Look at this, guys. How satisfying will this look when we complete it? We're 14 hours in and 30 minutes. 2 maps to go. Let's go. Let's start. We have 20 minutes to look up of the day. We got time to learn this 24th map, and then we can do 25 after. How does that sound? We are on map 24, boys.
This guy Sigma is
Siski,
fucked,
thank you for the
dude.
sub. Let me fix audio. The glasses, I tried wearing them, but because of the lights, you see that they are dirty more easily. I don't know if that makes sense. If you have dirty glasses and you put them towards light, they're even more dirty. Like, it's harder to see. So it's kind of hard to wear them for long periods of time.
This guy Sigma is...
Damon Phil, thank you for the prime. Tony, first time on stream, love the content, welcome. Didn't get the campaign yesterday fully. I beat 23 though. The supposed hardest map, according to Rövhol, the guy who's at the author times. So I got the hardest one after a lot of hours of trying. This jump looks insane. Making it across here. I am not sure how we are supposed to do this. You're roasting me in Nika's chat? I'm not sure what else I'd expect.
This guy Sigma.
Brino Peters, thank you for the sub. I might have to beat him back then. But then I do exactly what he wants me to do. Damn. If I take it back, I'm just playing into his hand. This one's a star simulator. It feels like there's some trick here, right? To get here. But then the next jump is just... I don't even know. Take the full booster. And then you want to jump and land in that wall. Are gears really important on ice not to spin out? It is everything. Gears tell you what the car is going to do. Shilu! Thank you for gifting us up on the channel. I know you got one gifted yesterday, so thanks for paying it forward.
Sigma is fuck, dude.
Yeah, if you listen to the car's gears, you can hear when it's gonna shift up and make you slide out. It's everything.
2 days ago I was 11 cents short from a sub. I got a gifted sub instead, so here I am paying it forward.
Thank you so much. Also, Longbein, thank you for the 9 months. Welcome back to the vibe. I think that's it though, like taking the entire booster and just going low and then... Do we make it? Oh, that's close. It's a very tough jump. Very, very tough jump. Albion, thank you for the sub.
Fuck, dude.
Welcome to the live. You love the YouTube videos? I am gonna upload another one soonish. The Ice campaign has been taking up a lot of time, but once we're done with this, I have more time to record and whatnot. It's gonna be hype. Damn. I think I should try to get a run. Oh wow, that's wicked. Try to get a run past the wall ride. Because then I can practice the rest. Because I still don't know what's after this jump. I'm gonna release here, try to... Oh! Okay, wait. Accidentally perfect. That's nice.
This guy Sigma is...
And here. And sure, that's all planned. Sarahlight, thank you. So here, do we take the red boost? Because this looks scary. I don't think that paid off. At all. Ouch, okay. Go up.
Welcome to the vibe. Welcome to the vibe.
Oh no.
Drovian04 gifted a tier 1 sub to Heimflow1.
Yo, thank you. 1 second. Just want to see how... Wait, we're actually pretty close to the end.
At Wirtual, you and Promo are the reasons I got back into TM and bought the club 3 year. Thank you for your awesome content.
Siski, thank you for the 1,000 bits. I'm so glad you rediscovered the game. I think a lot of people quit this game because they're like, oh, it's so dead. But Trackmania is having a bit of a comeback. This is the year of Trackmania, I think. And then the finish. Still 15 minutes. I wonder what this time would have been without respawns. Because that was not that bad, honestly. I feel like I have no control of my car here. Maybe low speed isn't that bad. If you bounce. Across? No. It's getting a lot more popular in the US. The crazy thing is the amount of United States signups.
This guy Sigma is fucked.
There are more American players in the game than than European. Even though we consider it a European game. Aqua Spindle, thank you for the sub. And also that aligns really well with my YouTube metrics that I see. Because like, I think 30% of the people who watch my videos are American. So let's go NA. If you're from America or Canada and you're just getting into this game, tell your friends about it. You know? They might like it too. It's also more fun to play with friends. Kivering, thank you. Dr. Huvian, thank you as well. RMVV and Albion, thank you.
I'm American.
Let's go USA! Americans are bad because they don't know how to turn right. They'll figure it out. That's like a good good April Fool's video though. How to turn right in Trackmania tutorial. I showed your friends it, all they said was F ice. No, but you can't show someone ice. That's like showing... Everyone's scared of it in the beginning. It's kind of like with my dog. My dog hates taking a bath. If you show her the bath, she'll be mortified. If you show her a treat, she'll be pogging. You know? You gotta lead with your best whatever.
Testing if I am banned from chat.
If you can cheer, then you're obviously not banned from chat. I think they're the same. The same. What do you call it? I think it's the same. Should work. Oh! Almost perfect.
This guy's
Wide setup for the booster. This should be fast, guys. Make it! No! Ultra Wicked. Tommaso Divio, thank you for the prime. Your cat getting surgery today? Oh, hope that goes well, Platinum. Scuff physics are happening all the time. It's just normal Trackmania for players who've played a long time. It's very predictable. It's not like we're surprised often by things happening, but Ice is weird in that way. And that you never really know. Even after playing the game a lot. And that's fun. Wayne, thank you. Slimy Ham, thank you as well. Enjoy the emos, guys. We have 12 minutes. Is the Ice Campaign worth to play? If you're just starting out, sure. You can. But expect it to be pretty difficult though. Like, your goals do not have to be the same as mine or anyone else's, you know? Just playing it is fun for anyone, I think. But if you set your goal to beat, like, author times or whatever it might be, it can be frustrating because they are very hard. I'm not always throwing for content. It is also difficult to play. Oh! Not the worst. That jump has eaten so many attempts that now we finally have a run past it. Let's make the most of it. The bobsleigh entry was scuffed, so I need to be more... I think it's there, but it's like one block later. This is still scuffed. And then here. That was actually good, but messed up the angle. This one's wider. You can build up more speed. Oh shit. That's really terrible. But then my PB failed here. Will I fail? Not as bad. $144 to beat. Okay, this should be pretty doable. This run was pretty bad. It was a 151. You'd go 7 seconds faster. Do you need to go for Red Booster? I think you should. If you make it through with more speed, you have upper gear next ice slide. Oh my god, guys, we failed a 151. The tragic loss of a 7 seconds slower than auto medal run. How will we forget? How will we move on? Yo, Tony, welcome. Never forget the 151 that could have been. Can't do gold if you want to skip. This is not a random map challenge. What do you think this is? Quaximillion, thank you. If I could stop crashing the start, that would be great. That's a good start. That looks like a lot of height. Oh my god, that jump. You're skipping college to watch my stream? We can't have that though. I won't snitch, but like, damn, dude. Don't skip classes to attend my stream. That's so close. I think like jumping backwards here and then catching the ice slide again is really good. That has to be enough. That is insanely powerful what I just did. Left side on the road here. Not the cleanest bobsled entry, not the worst. Okay. So we needed -7. We need to get in a second here. It has to be. Yeah, it has to be here. Oh shit, that was bad. I can gain it here. Oh, dude. That was close. I was not ready for this turn with so much speed. You need to go... The setup here is insane, actually. Because you get a reset, and then you get insta-slide. That's what you need to do. Speed matters so much for this part, too. Is this enough? Yeah, I want to do a proper ice slide here. Okay, I'm ready. We can definitely get this. DJ Sassy, thank you for the prime. That was a good run, guys. But if we don't get this now, we'll insta get it after cup of the day, and then there's just 25 left. Not bad. 5 minutes? Yeah, we have enough time. But it's gonna take a run like right now, though. No time to waste. Ah, too low. And you'll skip school to watch Virtual Day. I don't want to be a bad influence on you guys. You know? You gotta achieve your own goals.
This guy's sick.
Then you can watch me in your spare time. If your goal is to watch my stream, then I'm happy to help you achieve the goal, though.
This guy's
Dang,
sick.
Navid Jones, thank you. Mr. Loma Loma, thank you as well. And DJ Sassy, appreciate it, guys. Skipping the birth of my daughter to watch Virtual play Cup of the Day.
This guy's Sigma is good.
I wonder what the worst reason someone skipped, like, showing up to their child's birth is. There is a person out there that had the worst excuse for missing it.
This guy's
Like,
Sigma.
objectively the worst excuse. Just wonder, like, how stupid could it be, you know? Damn, the NFTs were on a sale, you know? I had to buy some NFTs, I couldn't show up. That's pretty bad. No. Too wide. Last one. Dude, this one is free though. This one's actually free. As long as you make the first jump clean, you have it, pretty much. On pace. It's gonna take a bounce. No. Okay, last one. It's pronounced CC? I think of like the chess engine. There's a chess engine called Sassy. Very smart. I'm just calling you smart. COTD? Yeah, guys, no worries. I'll take a 1 minute late qualifier if I get a run in the last 2 minutes. I want to tick this one off the list. Go. Bounce. Nah, this one's too slow. Alright, we'll play it. We will play it. 2 minutes left. Actually, just 1 minute. But yeah, welcome guys. We're gonna finish the Ice Campaign. Cup of the day. That's about it. Might be a shorter stream today because I have some other stuff to do tonight as well. Zeus Bro, thank you for the 4 months. Felipe, thank you for the Prime. Timer. Saved. There we go. Platypus, thank you for the sub. Platypus Senpai. Is it worth getting club access after only playing for 2 weeks? It depends on what you want to get from it. You can watch records, you can use skins. If you enjoy the game, sure. But standard gets you everything you need gameplay-wise. You can play a couple of the day on standard. What do we have today? Nautarok by Waypoint Mapper, I think. I'll see. This is not ice, guys. This looks like grass and tech. What are NFTs? A scam at the moment. Don't fall for it. Oh no, this is cute. I like this. That start looks shortcuttable though. Wait, did he add a... I think he added a block to prevent it. That also looked kind of shortcuttable. I'm not sure. There is actually a small gap. Maybe try that. Try to insta shortcut. I don't want to get too caught up in it because it's probably not anything there, but... Could you drive here? No, I don't think you make it. Okay, we tried. Go here. Around. Wide. Into here. This again looks shortcuttable, just saying, but it's probably slower. And then here. Whoa. That is very hard to see. That's just... Oh, it's here. Okay, that makes more sense. Here. Up. And up. Up. Oh god, this map is too smooth. Oh. Smooth maps are dangerous in Cup of the Day. Because whenever there's a very smooth map like this, it also means the records are just going to be super close. If you have dangerously smooth maps, you're going to have dangerously close records. Just saying. Oh, that finish jump too. I'm not... Shortcuts aren't cheating, guys. Shortcuts are just faster. And there's no rules against going fast. But yeah, I don't think it has any. It looked very likely though, but the mapper actually blocked off just enough to prevent it. So that's all the effort that I'm gonna put into it. It's the effort I already tried. Thank you so much. Could you outside turn that? It wouldn't be worth it. So with every map, I'll just try to explain my thought process in understanding how to drive it. The lines I take, whatnot. Also 52. 52 pace. That end jump, you need to go very low. I think a little bit wider in the first turn. Around here. Full speed this, if you can. Yeah, you can. And you keep the gear as well. Is Sogs the author? Nobody's friends with the author. They're both in waypoint mapping. I think. Chat overlay messed up? It's okay. It's not too bad. Go here. And then here. That's very clean upper gear. Clean upper gear. Bit wider. Another upper gear, okay. This map is seriously clean. That's high. Okay, a second. Second place. Only the mapper ahead of me. But I still need to go much faster than this. Because, yeah, the fast players are coming, guys. Don't worry. They will beat that. Even though that's fast for now. Mm-hmm. Wide. I think this setup's gonna give me more speed. It will. Did I keep it? Yes. Oh god, it's hard to gain more though. You see, I'm not really finding anything against the ghost. Even though I'm trying new stuff. Here maybe? No. Even though it's scary, going wide here is actually kind of good. Not that wide. Here. Not quite the timing. Much more speed on the exit. Inside line here. And yeah, just you can go much faster in the end. I think if you get like 50.3 here, 50.4, you might be in. But Bran is insane. Doing that time in 7 minutes is crazy. It's very fast learning. Get there already. Wait, can you go... Where would you go here? Can you go... No, that's penalty. Okay, a little bit wider. Dude, the minutes are running away from us here. There's only 7 left. I thought I had more time. A little bit wider. Ah, damn, dude. Okay. Minus 0.4, pretty solid. That's what I need. A run like that. With a good end too, oof. Very close. Just gotta repeat all that without crashing. Oh, I want to hold. Yeah. Oh, disgusting start. Now that I know how much better I can do it, this is actually pretty bad. $50.35, okay. Mine with a 49. We should be in with that time, I think. Close to, maybe. If we're not, then this is an insane cup of the day. Oh, my start, though. Yeah, wait, maybe not. That's bad dirt. Uphill. Ah, the turn. The turn. I've crashed that one a few times now. Feels equally terrible every time you crash it. Oh my god, if I can make that. How? Oh, it's possible. The speed is so insane if you make that. No, I can go faster here. A lot faster. Come on. I can still improve by a lot here, guys. I just understood the one part much better. Ah, the flags. I'd rather they just let me crash there with penalty grass than having to crash. Like, just let me suffer with low speed instead of the objects to crash in. Because that's this rough punishment. A little bit better. Here I need to gain. Oh, the flags again. Yep, flag. We're gonna crash these so many times today. Jump out, okay. Wider. Ah, that's so close. And you need to go into that wall or close to that wall to get a clean transition. That was very close. Ooh. That has me in, for sure. Now we just gotta chill and improve. 2 minutes, 23rd, I feel pretty safe. Let's go. But it's so precise, the entire map. It's very clean when it works, but my god, is it stressful. I gotta take a breath. Because it's like, every turn, you're always tethering very close to so many objects, like here. And then here. And now you have this drift setup where you need to go early down the corner to get a good setup late. I should be safe, right? 31st, yeah, we're fine. We are okay. Oh, not quite. One more. Also, this map doesn't feel like it's 50 seconds. It feels like it's like 30 and 10 seconds. But it's actually quite a long map for Couple Day. Early. Early, good. this turn. If you're a little late. I almost had it in my PV that I fell off. Copcat, thank you for the 13 months. IY8Q, thank you for the 3 months. Bad Caps, thank you for the 200 bits. Oof. You got 42nd qualifier. 0.3 was a good guess. Would I want to participate in Twitch chess? I'd love to, honestly. At the Pog Champs. It looks so fun. I'm not good at chess, but I don't think anyone participating there is. So I'd love it. Nini Shui, thank you for the Prime. Thank you for using it on me. There's a really good Norwegian chess player called Asios. He's been hanging out in the chat lately. Maybe he could teach me. I think he's like 2,000 something ELO. I don't actually know. Maybe the chess experts know him. Also have this other friend called Magnus who's pretty good. Maybe I could call him. Don't know if you guys know him though.
This guy Sigma is fuck, dude.
9 months of
Who
watching
Megalol, yeah.
Wirtual lines.
Last run before we join the server here. I'm gonna crash a flag. And you guys are gonna laugh at me. There's just no other outcome. I will crash one of these flags in a live round and you guys will laugh at me. Am I playing this only to be humiliated? God damn. Faro, 9 months, thank you. For the 3/4 year resub. Okay guys, promise to not laugh, okay? You gotta promise. Because I don't know if you guys are being honest with me when you say you're not gonna laugh at me crashing out. Feels like you're lying. Flag. Oh, one guy laughed. One guy laughed. I saw him. Damn. Okay, now it's more than one guy. But that one guy enabled everyone to laugh. He opened the floodgates of CAC Ws. The CAC gates have been opened. Oh, that's so bad. And the end is just eat. That was on my PB, except for one very bad turn. My job is to make you laugh? That's true. Do you guys want to hear a joke? No, okay. I just thought of a great joke. Handwritten? No, it's spoken. It's about, you know, trying to hit precise objects, for example. I don't know what that's called though, but something about being precise, precision. Or we could just all laugh about me crashing as a joke. In Cup of the Day, we're playing one of the most stressful maps I've ever seen. This is no knockout round. So this round nobody dies, but next round 4 players get eliminated for slowest. And if you crash, that will be you. Like that. Crashing a pole, just like that. Oh. You can actually go very early for that, although you will bump. Let me try this again. This turn I struggle with, but I think I understand it better now.
Just don't pull a Wirtual and you'll be fine.
I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna pull a virtual and still survive. Clutch the runs. To do the opposite? Yeah, I will. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Checks out. What times are people getting? Yeah, around 50. Oh god. The amount of flags that this map replaced. He knew what he was doing. First round. Okay, we missed the first flag. It's good. Released a lot. Go wide around the flag. Make the jump. Oh, I'm almost last with that line. Holy shit. No. This is just not my day. Need to get on. I'm still red. I'm actually out first round? I'm not. I'm good. I'm good. Alright. Laugh check. Laugh check. Check the laughs. Holy shit, man. This is not enjoyable to spectate. Wow. Round 2. You guys know there's a quote that when the going gets rough, you gotta get tough. If the map is difficult, you just gotta play better. Forehead. It's difficult for everyone. I don't think that's exactly how the quote goes, but you get the point. Yeah, good on. Cypro, thank you for the 7 months. I'm still 0.6 behind me Quattro. It was driving very fast. That sounds like a quote set on Getting Over It. I don't know. Some 80s movie type quote. Rocky type quote. Okay, red on first checkpoint, not great. Good speed here though. We're fine. I want to go a bit wider. Yes, that's more like it.
Hi, hope you are doing great today.
Thank you! Perma, thank you for the €2. $2. How'd they make this track? Just combining blocks. Trackmania maps are all made up out of blocks, so you just think of it like placing Legos after one another. You just combine Legos. So this is one block, this is one block, that's one block.
4 wheels, no brain keck.
Oh, that's why.
Here's some money so I don't feel as guilty for my Schadenfreude.
Schadenfreude? Oh, for laughing when you shouldn't? I don't know what that word means, but I've heard it. Ooh. Thank you. How am I not dead yet? This map, man. This map. My brain is not keeping up. Natural Bro Ryan, thank you for the $5. Megamorph, thank you for the 4 months. I do have a brain. I just spend it on other things than tech. Stop my heart, dude. There's something about this map that my brain hasn't quite worked out yet. And it's causing me to drive very bad lines. Like, I don't feel comfortable driving it. Every turn. This part I feel comfortable in. But now I crashed it. We might just go back to ice, guys. Defense if someone fails. We're not done yet. We ain't done yet. It's difficult for everyone. But it's scary, yeah. It is scary. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Finally a bit of a better run. Whew. Whew, I thought I jumped too low. Oh, we're finding some pace now. Finding some consistency. Some... You know, if like you're out of balance for a while and you finally manage to catch your balance again, that's what it feels like. That's what that round felt like. I feel like I have balance now. Never watched me live before. Welcome, Brain. We're playing a very difficult map in a couple days today. It's gonna be wide. That was a bit weak. Oh, it could be enough. It could be enough. Good shit, good shit. Not at all. Playing with fire here. Alright, good. Now we're back to being out of balance. Okay, dude. That one was unfortunate. Because my wheels had full grip with the circle instead of half grip. And that's a huge difference. So I just yoked into the thing. Okay, yeah, we're out. I could have saved it if I didn't no slide here, but no slide makes that a guaranteed elimination. Unfortunate. GG. We're out. Alright guys, I'm gonna finish the Ice Campaign. I don't think I'll spectate this because it's just... I want to beat the Ice Campaign, we're going out. I'm tilted from that campaign, from that match. That was not great. Oh no, the Doubters won, it was 33rd! Oh no, I'm so sorry, believers. I am so sorry. Okay. Back to focus. Guys, we left off here. Map 24 out of 25. 2 more to go. And we are 14 hours in. We beat the bronze medal. Give me 10 minutes and I'll have the author on this. And then we'll go last map. It's loading though. You went all in? I'm so sorry. Will I play Khaki? I might. I mean, it's gonna be a short stream. I just want to beat the medals and then go. So I have it all beaten. It's unfortunate. It happens. Vil! Yo! Thank you for the 10 gifted subs. I had alerts muted a couple today, but thank you so much. I can't believe we lost our internet points. Just like this. Now, I'll redeem myself, guys. Believers. Look. Author medal on this within 20 minutes. Let's do a prediction. Author medal in 20 minutes on this. I wanna redeem myself. If I fail twice, I will be sorry, but... I think we can get this. 20 minutes. If you doubt now, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt your bank account if you doubt. Or not your bank account, but your channel point account. Your Twitch account? Probably your Twitch account.
Welcome to the vibe.
Yo! Oh, it's still coming through, I think. Impia, thank you.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to Fles96. This is their first gift sub in the channel.
What map is this? Icy Winter 24. So it's the campaign track 24. Turn into ice. Couple of the day, I got eliminated. I was not getting into the flow of that map.
This guy Sigma is
at all.
dude.
Kisto, thank you for the sub. Thank you, thank you. Welcome as well. Cowboy fan, thank you for the 3 months.
This guy Sigma is, dude.
I am a doubter.
On this? On this? Oh no. They exist. You're allowed to bet what you want, but... Like, if I had to bet, I'd place the bet on myself here. Like, believing. Because, I think I got this map quite figured out. Okay, good start. Left side after loop here, very important. So you can go into that bobsleigh. Carry the speed. I'm actually too fast. Maybe still doable with this. Oh, I didn't expect to be too fast. Need a very good turn here in the downhill. That's good. And now set up. Also good. This could be close. $146. We need a 144. We need 2 seconds. So very close. I think with a start like this, that's like 2 seconds already. That might make it. Think about the approach.
This guy Sigma is good.
Okay.
Any believers in chat?
That's fast. And then... this turn again. It's kind of hard to control the red booster. It is hard to control the red booster, I'll take that back. It's a very good end. Good speed. Hey, okay, let's go. I told you guys, it was a very doable one. The believers have been repaid. Let's go to the last map. Let's just go. Final map. Sazerac, thank you for the prime. One more. Only one more map to go. See how we tackle this. So author time 125. World record of 121. Guys, I don't care too much about world record right now. I kind of just want to finish it because I'm a bit short on time today. We're just getting every author medal and then we're getting out. Let's try to beat this.
This guy Sigma is
1k points should have had faith. I mean, in the end, you got to think like it's all just channel points, right? Win or lose, it's just channel points. But it feels good to make the correct bets, regardless of what you're betting. Holy, this is a difficult map. And it's weird when, like, usually it has a lot of water and water physics. Oh, we do have water. But now it's mostly melted, I think. Like, this has water too. melted away. Melted, frozen. Not melted. Okay, now you just don't want to steer, I think. Oh wait, you might want to get the loop. Oh. This is upper gear, and this is very sharp. Okay. As long as it's like a I don't know, 130? I might have lost more than 5 seconds though. Especially now, yeah. Damn.
This guy's Sigma is fuck, dude.
How much are we missing? 14 seconds? Okay. Kalino and Luca, thank you guys. 14 seconds away. I'm not even sure where I lost like 5 seconds. Short on time? Well, yeah. Not very, but ideally this shouldn't take longer than 2 hours. Ideally. Okay, I think a lot of it is actually in those turns. If you can keep the reactor booster for long here, you can gain 3-4 seconds. That's pretty good. I think this is one long ice slide. To there. Failed a little bit though. Not intentional. You can keep full grip there. More speed and then the downhill. So here I was thinking, what if you upper gear it? I had to release, but you can upper gear slide that to keep the grip. That's some good progress. You might just want to crash here. Yeah, oh, if you get a perfect angle there. Perfect angle there will save a lot on the reactors. Like here. I can't commit to it, but this is already -4, I think. And you can do probably -5 then. Or -6 in that part. Ooh. Oh. Not quite. First time live stream, welcome Sneaky. We are so close to beating this project of Trackmania with only ice. Very, very close. Just this track remaining. Okay, wait. Is it possible? It looks possible. It does look possible. Yes! Oh, it is. Try to skip loop. It's not possible. Skipping the loop is impossible. And I don't need to try it. I can just tell. It's because of grip. If the world record does it, I'll eat my own words, but it's a grip equation. Look, if you skip loop, it's like, oh, checkpoint. I just need to jump here, but you will have 500 speed more basically if you just do the loop. There's also a wall if you didn't see it. Big wall. Try it for fun, but that's the thing, it won't be fun to try it, because it won't work. It'd be fun if there was a chance, but it's like 5 seconds slower. Oh. We're just gonna do it normal. This is actually very good. This run. I like our speed too. Okay. This is kind of fast. Oh, damn. Okay. 105.2. That was fast up until that attack point. Just slide off angle on the ice slide. Then 1. And... oh. Okay, not great. We gained 1 second, only 13 to go. That was 8 seconds I had, 4 seconds in exit speed maybe. It's around there. I can ish see it. Do I continue this? Wait, can I? If that was upper gear, I could. This map is plastic water. Usually it is, yeah. Look at it now. Wicked map. Oh, how... this is again... I don't understand reactor ice yet. I've learned ice, I don't know how to do the reactor turn. Because then you want to angle less. That's what I understand. Let's try this. If I do a very small angle in the ice slide here. I'm too late. How long did 23 take? Like 2 hours. I started very late with it too. We did it last night. But I got it. And then we got 24 now, so we're only 1 map away. This is the last one. And last campaign, I got all the auto medals in 18 hours, I think. On the ice version. So if I can beat 18 hours this time, I'll be very happy. That's the goal. Go for world record, Mika's not wicked. If I'm gonna go for any world record, it's the one that I took and Mika took it back now. I can still improve on that map. I could try to challenge him. Oh. That's close. That's very close to figuring it out. Very, very close. Would be good content. Only if I succeed, though. Only if I succeed. I'll try. Okay, I'll try. If I get it soon, I'll try. Okay. Oh. I have no idea how this one is alive, but it is. The Strand, thank you for the prime. 0.5. But that run was good, the PB. So it's okay to be a little behind it.
This guy's Sigma is good.
This is incredibly good speed. We'll catch up here a little bit. Nearly had the same thing happen. Need to figure out how to do my exit angle there.
This guy's Sigma is fuck, dude.
That's 4. Then can I slide here? And then set up this one earlier. I crashed a checkpoint too. That's 5. That's 7. Okay, 1 in the start. 1 or 2 in the start. 3 in the crash. 2, 3 in the crash. Rest, I have no clue. Maybe I need more in the start. 7 seconds is pretty fast. Oof. Sumgarn, thank you. And Bladewig, thank you as well. Thank you both. How did I do a couple today? Sadly awful today. It was just not my map. I crashed about every round. And I went out like 33rd, which isn't the worst. But we usually do predictions for top 32. So I failed my believers by a single round. One round away from getting the believers the paycheck. But oh well, it's a daily cup, so. Bren won it. He was looking really good. Bren was looking insane at it. You don't like that only 3 people have it? That's a theme in the entire campaign. There's only a few people that have gotten, especially the elite off medals. But we're trying to make it 4. Oh no. Yo! Mr. Scrappy from Bulgaria. Thank you for the raid. How's it going? Dude, couple of days, today's Scrappy was an insane map. I could not drive it at all. I crashed so early. How did you fare in the cup? Third. Oh, not bad. Not bad. Scrappy's from Bulgaria? Bulgaria? Yeah. He's a Bulgarian superstar. Praised in his home country. Bulgaria. Fake news. You still didn't answer my argument though about Belgium being a fake country. Until I hear a convincing argument that it's real, I'm just gonna assume that it's a fake country. What's this monstrosity? It is poggers. I don't see people using it anymore. They used to use it in the past. Virtual poggers. Sort of like an ironic poggers. Like yeah. Virtual P most underrated emote. All planned. I should be further ahead here though. Way further ahead actually. Oh god. All planned. Okay, he's insane. Watch me still PV because of the crash down here. Oh no.
This guy's Sigma is fucked, dude.
I might need to release more to get the angle. That is a tricky slide. I think that's good. Eagle, thank you for the 8 months. When Virtual reads your comment out loud on stream, poggers. I think a freestyle tournament in Trackmania would work. I thought about it, but I'm not too sure. There's a limit to what you can do. In the old Trackmania game though, we had something called stunt mode. That people would compete in.
This guy's Sigma is...
Because the game would track any trick you did. And then you could get points for that. So like if you do a backflip, that was a certain amount of points. Front flip was another amount of points, etc. Barrel rolls, whatnot. But it's kind of forgotten game mode. I need more speed. Doggy Dog, thank you for the prime. Favorite country except for Norway? I like Switzerland. It's a pretty cool country. I've been there a lot of times. Really like it. Stay neutral? Now what am I gonna say, man? Any other country I think will also make people mad. How dare you like them more than us? Unsubbing, unfollowing, unviewing the stream. Okay, let's just assume you can do like 27 there. 28 maybe. But I think you can. Yeah. That's like 3, 4. I'm just doing the math every time. If you're wondering about the numbers, just how far ahead, how much blue splits do we need to beat the auto medal? I think at the point where I crashed, maybe like 3 seconds ahead. It's good. Oh. But then I don't have the ice slide. And then we have to go for the wicked. Although that actually was fast. This time it was not slower. It kind of saved time. A little bit higher. So PB Ghost crashes the next turn, the downhill turn here. Gotta figure out how to not crash that. Because if you get good exit speed out of this, and you can ice slide here. Oh yeah, it gains 3 seconds, guys. With good speed. Wide landing, can you... Oh my god, you can extend that. Oh, that's fast. Okay, I'm starting to see this now. It's all coming together. Just 6 more seconds, Copium. And there's one right here. Okay. If I could just get a little bit higher here. Oh. It's not great. Yeah, we're giving up. 2 seconds though. Moddy's crying. This used to be a copy pasta in League of Legends streams, like, I don't know, dude, 2013. Oh my god, call Saint Vicious, he's crying. She actually is crying? Oh. Is she calling me? I'll let her call me. I won't interrupt. She's not calling me. I will stay on the sideline. I think if Maji wants to talk to me, she'll call me. If not, then you shouldn't be like pushing yourself on people, you know? It's aight. We don't need to have the in-between chat relays, yeah. Chill, 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 chill. Carlberg's eating soup on a Tuesday. Yo, I'll call him. This is not okay. I'll call him. Guys, get me Carlberg's Discord. I'll call right now. Guys, I'm getting a message. I'm getting a message in my ear right now. I think Spam breathed oxygen today. Wait, another message? Wait, another message? Lars played RPG today. We don't need like the full news cycle. Scrappy ate soup as well. Okay, now this is huge. Call Carlberg and provide support. Support. Insagi, thank you for the prime. That's a perfect angle. Wait, I want to try this. Should I break tap later? Ideally, there should be one long ice slide. So like... Yeah, because if you go early, you jump. You want to use it like here. Maybe a bit later? Yeah, even later. Wow. I mean, it works, but it's not perfect. Earlier. This track is kind of sick. When it works, it works. And it looks really clean. Get the boost. Oh. Oh no. The start ice is actually different from normal ice. I don't even know what to call this. But I think it has different physics. It at least feels different. But the fast is just a crash. What I've seen so far. Dry ice? Is it different? I think it's a custom item someone made. And it acts different. Oh, my gear just disappeared. Huge speed though. Oh, wait. I need to see right. It also sounds different. It does. But yeah, if you guys don't know, the last Ice campaign, it's like they make one of these every time there's a new campaign, right? The last one took me 18 hours. So beating this one in less than 18 hours would be a huge success, because this one is harder than the previous. That's like a improvement, right? If I beat a harder campaign in less time than the previous. Big speed. Ooh. Now we're right side, yeah. Then this turn. That's bad, but we got through. This is still nowhere near enough, even if I didn't crash. It's like -2. That's 129. There's maybe one more second in the start. 128. The downhill, like the downhill turn is everything that I'm missing, I think. The big downhill. That one needs to be clean. Gonna try. I think I just gotta drive there. I'm gonna try it again. Gamble auto time before 2045. I don't think I'll get this in 30 minutes, to be honest. Depends. I need to figure out the downhill. Biggest struggle right now. I'm just guessing Mika and the crew. Hold upper gear. down the hill, allowing them to keep much more speed. Come from YouTube and you're new, welcome. Enjoy the stream. It might be a short stream, well I hope. The faster we get this, the better. But looking at this time now, I thought this wasn't gonna be that hard, but it is. It is surely one of the hardest so far. Oh man, could this have gripped anyway? No. You need to go for 20 minutes. Can I please get this real quick? Oh, you need to go out in 20 minutes. I'll try. Oh, that's good. Yes! I've been trying to do that for so long. And though I kind of crashed, it was still cool. That's even better speed than I usually have. Or maybe about equal. Ah, yeah, this turn, guys. I have to, you see this line? You have to hold the gear and then twist the car back in time for this. It's very difficult. Very, very difficult. But it's kind of like if you just take it as a challenge, right? Guys, I started the stream late today. You know why? Because I played a puzzle. There's this YouTube channel called Cracking the Cryptic. And they had a puzzle, which was a Wordle Sudoku. Now, usually I just watch their videos, but I was like, damn, you know, I've never played along to one of these. So I tried playing it myself, and it took me a solid 1 hour. And I was thinking like, damn, I'm gonna be late for stream now. But it was so worth it, I finished it. I got there in the end. It was a fun one. It is very satisfying when you understand logic. When you can make sense of something. Same thing applies to these maps. I see so many people suggesting various strategies. But the fun of a puzzle like this is figuring it out. What's the channel called? Cracking the Cryptic. They have some amazing videos about puzzle solving.
This guy Sigma is fucked, dude.
Gonna try to land early. Oh, that's almost a 27 checkpoint I was talking about. I could have had that with the relative ease. Oh, come on. Just gotta figure out what I did wrong here. Last try, and then I restart. I think it was that I released. Well, we crashed 4 times. One of your friends had his own puzzle tested on that channel. He let me test it before he sent it to them. Took way longer. Yeah, I spent an hour and they did it in 20 minutes. But it's kind of the same, like, if you do a lot of puzzles, I think you just start knowing what to look for. Aubergine, thank you for the 7 months. The Miracle Sudoku. Oh, that's a good video. That's such an amazing video. Dude, it was one of the first videos I watched on the channel. And it's this video of this guy, Simon, he's called. Just being flabbergasted at the logic of a puzzle. Just, oh, that is so beautiful. That is absolutely stunning. And I think at one point in the video, I remember him saying, like, this is like the universe unfolding ahead of us or something like that. He was so excited about this one Sudoku. It's a very wholesome video. And I think for me, that kind of shows, like, what I believe myself about content. If you are passionate about something, even if it's the weirdest thing, if you are incredibly passionate, that is so contagious.
Welcome to the Vibe.
I'm very passionate about this game. And I think for many people, that is contagious.
Chinbra, who gifted a
But
tier 1
I
sub to
noticed the
Metal
same
United.
myself for other channels. Jinbra, who thank you for gifting a sub to Metal United. Being passionate and then also being able to present it in an interesting way. I thought about it, like, I'm sitting there just trying to solve the puzzle, but these guys are like explaining their logic every step of the way. So that is like an extra step, right? That's not just playing the puzzle, but also like telling the viewers why it is that way, why they're coming to those conclusions, whatnot. Maybe that's what I do with Trackmania. Couple of days and whatnot. How do I feel Royale mode can be improved? The reason I stopped playing Royale was because too sweaty. I didn't like having to practice the maps and know the shortcuts and stuff to win games. I kind of just wanted to queue up and play. But there's a new map every day, so it's a lot of upkeep to learn the map pack. And then there's also just the players grinding every single stage for the fastest times, so they know all the strats. That kind of killed the fun. Have I tried Battle Royale? I haven't. But I watched the guy... You saw the video, right, Bjorn? The guy doing Battle Royale looked insanely difficult. That sounded like a raid. Nika, thank you for the raid with 200 years. How's your stream? I heard the news that you are the new king now. I'm trying to get my last author time, Mika. This is the only one I have left to beat. And then maybe I'll try, you know? I thought about maybe I should try 17, but unless you've improved it already. I feel like I'm playing right into, like, damn, I'm about to get destroyed, but hey, maybe I'll learn something. Best way to learn is to play against someone better than you. That's a good way to learn. Because even if you lose, you can see like, damn, this is what I'm missing. Final map, yeah. I have all the 24 before this one. Oh no, no break taps. If you're the best in the room, you're in the wrong room. Ooh, I like that. That's a good quote. You guys have some good quotes, chat. But it's kind of like, I talk to Muddy sometimes about this, like, when we started doing Couple of Days, like, she said, like, if you're just barely in Division 1, isn't it then better to just get Division 2 and then you can, you know, play really well there? But I prefer being like one of the worst in Division 1 rather than being Division 2, for example. Because you won't really learn much from playing Division 2 if you can qualify Division 1. Or learn as much. That's a good turn. Question is if I went up too early here. Oh, that's actually very good. Every time. The timing on this turn is insane. That's how I want to do it though. 5? 4. And maybe with a good landing here, it's 3. Let's just check. 4. Yeah, so it's gonna be close to beat 125. It's gonna be very close. In what way you learn from others in the division? It's more about the competition you face. Yeah, so like in Division 1, you can trust that on most maps, people will not make mistakes, for example. And also like you start to realize like, this is around the knockout pace, so I need to be faster than this every time. Or like, damn, I'm 0.10 ahead of the knockout with 2 checkpoints to go, you know? I need to drive this fast. Like, you start learning stuff like that. How much you need to risk. Whereas in Division 2, you might not encounter as much of that. Accidental wicked. Oh no. All planned. We have late game. We have late game scaling. This is like a Nasus right now, stacking queues. We just do boom. Oh, did I dive too early? Or could I have held that? I used to play League. A lot. As a kid. But then I stopped. To do alternates. The early game doesn't matter, lol. Sometimes it does. On Winter 25, it might. Like, if you're just driving, not really focusing here, you'll lose like 5 seconds. If you don't do every angle properly. It's a little low. And this turn I tend to fail. Not this time. Holy. Good. Ah. Whew, good time. That is close. We're 1.6 away. And that was with a bad start. 1.6 seconds is in the start already, guys. Is it this turn? Yeah, this turn. That's 1.2. I could also... Oh, that's a bit slow. I could also end up higher here and then get even more speed. Okay. Another attempt then. The last long ice slide wasn't that good. Not great either, but not terrible. Oh. .6 to go. Closer. One more. One more and we're there. Uno más. Just gotta... That first ice slide, like the reactor ice slide, was really good. The one into the... Because I landed in another one. I want to try to do that again. How is Mika still so much faster? Yeah, welcome to Ice Campaigns. There was a map that Mika got world record on by like 6 seconds last time, or 2 months ago. 2 campaigns ago. It is Mika things. Too wide. It's wild to me that people come to watch you because you're really good at this game and they still try to tell you how to play. It's kind of the thing though, because like people want to help. Like everyone, I think everyone who's here, I hope, wants to see me achieve this, right? So it's coming from a good place. Backseating inherently are people trying to help. I recognize that. But at the same time, I have not asked for help, chat, at any point. I have not asked chat, please help me. Tell me the secrets of this map. Tell me everything you saw on Scrappy stream. Tell me everything you saw on Mika stream. I haven't asked. I'll ask if I need it. Right now, I think I can do it myself. Pressing forward harder is the best piece of advice I've gotten. Gonna try that. People who stop believing old Ice God. There's only Wirtual. The TTS is 200 bits, Evers. Thanks so much. I think we can take that record he took back. You guys know the world record I got? That Mika beat now? I have a feeling I can still beat it. Almost. Oh, 0.7, wow. That's the difference I need. This is now pace. This is not anymore pace.
Testing TTS. This is a test.
Okay. Thank you for the 200 bits. That is the fastest start I've had so far. 27 confirmed. And yeah. Virtual asks for help. No. Stop it. Wow. That is insane grit that I just had. I have low speed. We're just gonna accept that we may fall behind here. Try to catch up in the last slides. Yeah, we need it here. Better speed. Oh. It's a good run. Just my starts. Need to get through effortlessly. To the people in chat, I hope you realize I am intentionally not doing the snow shortcut because you're spamming it. It's not necessary. I'm intentionally ignoring you, and I'm also intentionally not doing it. We're gonna get it without. The author did it without, so I can do it without. He's a Swede, guys. Do I need a shortcut to beat a Swede? I don't. We don't need shortcuts. And I don't even think it saves that much. Because you have less speed for the end. Probably minuscule. Oh. Says Fastway only member, but I would do it. I would do it if people didn't spam it. Or if I figured it out myself.
Even if we don't beat Mika here, surely you must be able to demolish the Bulgarian right.
Maybe with shortcut. Makes no sense. It's about completing the puzzle yourself. It's kind of like getting a hint in a Sudoku, you know? It feels better to do it without hints. For me, it's more about the feeling of accomplishment of doing something, rather than just the thing. In everything I do, really. Like, the thing itself can be whatever, but it's more about feeling like I did it. Why so stubborn? I am born this way. Or maybe I'm not born this way, but I'm born into a very stubborn family. It's like participation medal, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but it feels like a cheap win if you just use a shortcut in something like this. Or especially if you use a shortcut you didn't find yourself. Like, I'd be down to skip the engine off on 14, like the world record did, because I found that. I was like, damn, maybe you could do that, you know? That was cool. But this is just copying what others are doing. Then I'd rather just beat it. Am I still in the gym grind? Dude, I've stopped. I want to start going again. Or yeah, another comparison is like, let's say you're playing a game, right? And then you watch the walkthrough on how to do the boss. You'll beat the boss, but it won't feel as good as if you just beat the boss yourself. If you watch a tutorial on how to beat the boss, it won't feel like you figured it out, you know?
The snow is the intentional route, not a cut. I know because I did it in the author time.
You used it in the author time? Alright, now I'm definitely not doing it. I'm giving you a bit of a lead, Mr. Swede. We're accounting for the Norway-Sweden deficit. But that is the author, yeah, that's Rövel, the guys at the medals. It'll be fine, yes.
It's like finding out who died in GOT before watching it. You get less satisfaction out of the series because you care less about the people that die.
Kinda, yeah. I remember that was the thing. That people would intentionally try to spoil every episode of Game of Thrones when it was on. That show fell off so hard. Isn't it crazy how hard Game of Thrones fell? No one's talking about it. At all.
Almighty Wirtual of the online world, please explain us how Cup of the Day works.
Add gear. If only there was a way to gain time here. Damn. If only something like this existed that I could use to save time. Oh no, I missed the finish. Damn it. Damn. Okay. I think the finish is pretty hard to get when you use shortcut there. Because then you don't really have the trajectory. Guys, what it saves is like nothing though. It actually is pretty equal.
Viet is just trying to prove a point now. Sorry chat spoiled the cut, but you can't put the cat back in the bag once you know. You will never be able to figure it out yourself.
You can't.
Now.
You can't. That's true. You can't unlearn it. Nose boost sadly doesn't work on ice. There's a golden rule in Trackmania, which is that if your car is on its nose, you should nose bug. Like instinctually. But sadly, you can't do it on ice. It does not work. I did it in one of my ESA speedruns. Live in front of a crowd. I got into a nose bug and I pressed the buttons instinctually.
What are your life goals after you completed the Ice campaign?
Usually I had to set new goals. I don't know yet. I set a goal and then I do that goal and then I set a new one. Some things I want to do though was finish a video that I've been working on. That I think people are gonna like. I like it. The concept of it. Oh my god. Close. Okay. Oh. When will I begin vlogging? I've never thought about vlogging. But that's mostly because I don't do much. Like, a lot of the work I do is just on the PC. I don't know if anyone does like vlogs, but they're only inside. What happened to the vloggers during the pandemic? What did they do? Did they just sit at, like, Casey Neistat? What did he do? Cooking streams? How did Casey Neistat do in the pandemic? He stopped years ago? Oh, that's how out of touch I am. Alright, who else? Who else? David Dobrik. What did he do? I don't watch vlogs myself. He got cancelled? Damn. Okay, okay, shit. Okay, shit. Who else is there? Damn. This ain't easy, huh? Wait, he's uncancelled? Okay. When I keep crashing at the start, it's faster than trying to not crash. If you try to not crash, you have to slow down more, and I usually am way more ahead than this. So it's just... yeah, crashing is advantageous. If you crash in the right way. Like this. I tell you, it's so satisfying when, like, this turn took me so long to learn, and now I can kind of get it consistently. Like, just the entry to the reactor booster. It's just about knowing the timing for the taps, and it's not that scary. Oh. This is YouTube autoplay. It decided it was time. YouTube decided it was time. Last map on the virtual song. Imagine. Oh. Oh, I have to release there. I have to release because of the gear. Did not know that. Ah. There's a way to get this much better. How? No? Yeah, look at this line. We're gonna get it, guys! We're so close! 16 hours in. As long as it's before 18 hours, I'm happy. Sub 18 is the dream. Is this a virtual song? Yes. Made by Johnny Cy Ryan in chat. Or Johnny Cyan. I don't know why I think it's Ryan. Johnny Cyan. Do you guys like it? It's called, for virtual. Johnny Cyan. TV. TV beat them all. Just wait and see. Johnny Sins. The man with, every single profession. No. Alright, loop it. Loop it, loop it, loop it. Let's go. Crazy thing though is he didn't just write it. Like, he played every instrument you hear, and he mixed it. And audio mixing is one of the biggest steps in making a song. It's all really difficult. Mastering and mixing. So it's a huge effort. Now we have this. It's a one-man band. Oh, that's too wide. Too wide. Simo finished? Wait, did Simo get the last map? Oh my god, congrats if you did. Holy. So both Simo and Nixian have all the maps now. Damn. He risked the finish? Giga Chad. Dude, I think he practiced that map so much he knew he had it. Who has the best average? Skunder also 75? Ooh. Wait, who has the best average out of the players? Nixian? Because that's going to be very close. They have like 1 week left almost. Less than that. Web page is down, damn. Yo, Roy.
Hey Beard, 10 subs to get it in the next 5 runs over 15 seconds in. No pity subs this time if you fail.
Thank you.
Promise.
I appreciate the challenge, Roy. We'll go for it. We count this one? 1. We're counting it. Four more. Wait, he did bug fin. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that is what you meant when you said risk it. He was probably super confident though. It's like he was on it for so long in the last map. Perfect wallbang, actually. No, I tried to set myself up. Nixian 18, Simo 18, Skander 18-9. Okay. That's ambitious, what I just tried. We will, let's do another sign now. Plus those 16 average if he gets the last maps. Oh god. I'm glad I'm not doing that well this khaki, or else I'd be stressed out of my mind right now trying to keep up with all of them. Shouldn't I usually be ahead of that? I should. Somehow that worked without too much time lost. I'll try. You just gotta try this turn more, because this is the one that's keeping me locked up. Locked up? No, this one I just get stuck on. I don't know. Didn't gain much in the end. Maybe I have to skip the looping? I don't think so. Well, that's 4 out of 5. Okay, one more. The 0.6 lead we get right at the start every time is so nice. Just gotta try to hold it. Okay. bad speed here, actually. Okay, let's go. We're done. We got there. That was a really good one. Considering we didn't go for the potential end shortcut. Quite happy with that. And that is also time. 16 hours, 14 minutes. We're done. I think I had last time I had 18 hours for all the maps, so we beat it by 2 hours. Before we watch World Record, guys, there's one thing we gotta do. Look at this. Just look at that screen. It's complete. It's clean. No metal out of place. We beat them all. Every single one. Take a look. At the world record. GG, good luck on world record hunt. Yeah, I still have a little bit of time to try to beat Mika's world record. That's what we're gonna try next. Alright, Mika, bring it. Let's see how we did it.
Welcome to the vibe.
Same wall bang. Roy, thank you.
Welcome to the vibe.
Ooh. And then here. Oh, he just lands backwards. Dude, what a split this is. This checkpoint. Oh. He's clean. How much speed? Okay, 252, right. That's something that you normally get. Ooh.
Literally pulled a Wirtual on 5 out of 5. Good bet.
Yeah, thank you so much, Roy. I appreciate it. And then he's gonna land on that inside line. And yeah, that's clean. I don't think it saves much at the end. Probably half a second to a second. But that's it. We're going back to 17. Where Mika has beaten us. You see that? He has a 5102. We have 5114. We'll try, okay? We'll try. What a shortcut, yeah. Okay. Let's go. Now, everything's allowed. Let's see how Mika did this. We are no longer restricting ourselves to stupid things, like not watching ghosts. We're gonna optimize this. Okay, he has a pretty fast start. That's pretty wicked. It doesn't save much compared to the strat I did. But this of landing lower saves a lot. I think Captain Salmon did something similar. It's like 0.2 ahead here. And his end? Whoa. Oh. Oh my god. He made that. Okay, let's see Salmon. No chill though to go for another 360 on the finish. We can remove the timer. I think one thing Salmon did good that Mika didn't do is here. He ice slid into the quarter pipe. Watch this. Ice slide. This gives him so much more speed. Jin Brahu, thank you for the $20. And he drifted. He drifted when he went up. In my clip, I think I pressed right. I want to look at my own clip of this as well. We're figuring everything out now. That's a clean end. He had a very good end. But look at this. This was me. And I really enjoyed my end approach. I could repeat it, I think. Here. Slow it down. Analyze. So I slid, but then I pressed right to fling the car the other way. And then left in the air again. So just I slide. Full speed. And then right to flip it back and then left. And this gave me like a rotation again. If I can release this properly, I think this is the approach. Left, right, left. Gonna try. But they're both gaining so much in the start. Am I trolling? Or are they doing something? Oh, it's just the right tap, okay. Should we keep Mika's Ghost here, guys? Should we keep it on? Yes, okay. We could try. I'm a bit scared to play against Mika, but what's the worst could happen? I feel Mika definitely had the best start, like up until the quarter pipe jump, so for me it makes the most sense to play against him. $19 something Trackman here? I can't tell his split, but I feel like you want to be more. You need a seriously low jump here. Something like this that just barely makes it is very good. Like that. You see that, chat? If I get that into the Captain Salmon... How did he do it? Like this, right? Ish. Something like this is what you want. And then... Oh, here you have to go very early up. Early down. Actually not bad. That's gonna suck though. You can maybe crash there to ice slide back again and it wouldn't lose you that much. I drifted late here. Still gonna land though? Oh, yeah. Scrappy has a better start. I think we'll play against Mika's Ghost. I lost World Deck already, but you see it's close though. It was a good run, but they've barely beaten it. Can maybe see Scrappy's lines to see if we learn something. I think I'll play against Mika. Oh, he did the same thing as me. There's this ice trick. If you steer at... If you hold steering when it hits 0, you gain speed. Wait. He had a faster start than Mika? Are you sure? Oh my god, he gained it all back in the jump. And then the ice slide. Yeah. Yeah, I want to do exactly that in the... but better start. His actual start was kind of bad. And he did... Oh no, he's gonna get backwards landing. That's a high jump. That's a very high jump. His middle jump was good though. I got unable to ghost again. I think for the quarter pipe jump he just drifted. Looked like. Okay. Done. Mika started as AK1? What's that mean? Action key 1. Oh. Is that a thing they do? I learned that when playing bobsleigh, that you want to hold steering on the start sometimes. I went too higher. Let's continue though. I want to learn the... This is a lot of speed. I tried to wiggle to carry it even more, but I have the rest of my approach. Maybe you can do one small wiggle there. First time watching live, Spider, welcome. It's ice on normal campaign and they do action key 1. Oh. Oh, you're right, it is ice. I should try that. Might be too close. Yeah. Let me bind action key 1. Action key 1. Let's try. Oh, get destroyed. We gained a spoiler on him with action key 1. Actually, almost a car length. That's good. I have to spam it though to activate it at like 0-0. Oh, that's huge. 1180 Trackman felt really good. Not sure what action keys are, and at this point I'm too scared to ask. So, I will show you. Look at my car right now, right? Wait, on ice this is bad. Let's go here. I'll show you. There's no... Don't be afraid of asking noob questions in my chat. If I steer, this is full steering. On keyboard you can only full steer or not steer, right? Action key lets you limit your steering range. So we have 10 of them. One for each percentile. So if I press action key 6, I will limit my steering range to 60%. So for example, now it's 100%. Now I press action key 6. Look at the wheel, the front wheel. What happens? It limits the steering range, so now I can only go to 60%. And this is action key 1, which is just barely steering in either side, even though I'm holding the key. And we use these, especially on bobsleigh, to get like the effect of controllers while playing keyboard. But here it's really good to just hold action key 1 steer barely and get a really smooth start.
This guy's Sigma is fuck, dude.
This is too much macro management for me, lol.
I don't know why this game's in the start. That I don't know. Palin, thank you for the 4 months. I just know that people do it. Thank you, Viking, in the chat for the help. So now I'm gonna use it. If you have any other questions you're too scared to ask, fire away. If you don't ask, you'll never learn it. Is Trackmania free to play? Yes, there's a free to play version of the game. So in the free to play version, you get like to play the campaign, play ranked, you get to play Royale, stuff like that. But there's also paid versions. When is Cup of the Day? You can type exclamation mark Cup of the Day, I think, and I think it'll work. COTD. Am I in a relationship with Trackmania people shy? You know, guys, I haven't really told you.
What does the red block?
Because I'm not really sure how you would react.
Sigma is fuck, dude.
But I have to come clean. I have been in a long-term relationship with the grind for the past 2 years. I'm almost married to it. Trackmania nations forever. In Trackmania. It's true. Hope you guys don't view me differently for this. It's just part of who I am. But I am committed. I'm getting engaged to playing car go fast game. Oh, that's close.
Which keyboard keys should you use for action keys?
That's a good question. I use QWER after playing League of Legends. I think they are pretty nice.
Wirtual and the reset button, name a more iconic duo.
So like R is my key for going back to normal, always. R reset. And then QWE are like the action keys I use. Cyclops with 200 bits. I don't reset that much, right? Just the right amount. I had 1180 earlier. That's minus 0.2 of this. That's fast. Will the speed pay off? Not really. Damn. That was too high. Oh. Try the end one more time. Just hard to get the right setup. I'm going down so late. Oh man. Just there. No. The end jump is arguably like the hardest part, so I should be able to drive here consistently. Because when I get here, it will take a miracle for me to one-shot this perfectly. I'm realizing what I'm signing myself up for right now. I am realizing what I'm signing myself up for. And I'm not liking it. Just give me a moment. Too much angle. It needs to be perfectly sideways for the right tap to work. It's okay, I got this. I hope. It would be cool to beat Mika after he beat me. The redemption. But, okay. I am now okay with whatever happens. I checked it out. I don't think I'm gonna get much better at it right now, so let's just try. Oh. That's quite the lead. Jump too high here though. But that was decent. Alright, solid attempt. That was good. Minus 31 seconds of Mika. It's comparing to the first run I finished today. Not to Mika. How did I get good at Trackmania? Well, play it a lot. And what I also did is, it can be quite overwhelming to try to learn everything at once. I did it one style at a time. Like at one point I was like, damn, now I want to learn dirt. I want to learn how to drive fast on dirt. So I spent like a couple of months where I focused on trying to get faster at dirt. Even though I found it weird. And then, yeah, same for tech, same for full speed. Same for ice, that's why I'm doing these things now. I find the process of learning stuff fun. Did I get all maps auto time? Yes. Plastic next? Probably not. I have yet to acknowledge plastic as a valid surface in this game. I hope we as a community can come together to just stop using plastic in maps. A little bit high. Still, though, ahead of Mika. Now, different setup. Oh, no. Less speed. Bobsleigh is fun, give it a try. F plastic. Think about the turtles, man. That's why you don't use plastic in maps. Another one. This time we're faster. No. Okay, good run, good run, good run. More stuff like this. You guys see the potential though, yeah? It's very doable if I get one good end jump on those starts. And I still haven't gotten like a really good middle yet. I can go even earlier. Probably like 0.5, maybe more, yeah. Oh. No. One sec. I'm not sure exactly how long I can stay today. Be there for... I probably have like 30 minutes left, guys. And then I gotta go. Because I have some appointments. Can you go there? Cut the snow! I'm so happy I got it without the snow. I could have just done the snow shortcut, but we're too stubborn for that. We're way too stubborn. Who's wicked now, Mika, huh? Who's the wicked one? Still probably him. He's faster. I need a very good end.
This guy Sigma is fuck, dude.
Yeah, still him. Burns, you think with the 3 months? No. Appointments at 10 p.m. We do meetings then. Me and my editors, because they're North America. So while it's 10 for me, it's like afternoon for them. So we can plan things out. So I have to do that. That's usually why Tuesday isn't a stream day. It's a date with my editors, confirmed. Any meeting you have past 9 p.m. is no longer an appointment, it's a date. That's okay. I figured out the setup. It's actually not that hard. How to beat Mika on the start is harder though. I think I'm going too wide. Oh, it's a bit high. This is kind of what you want to do. Just imagine this lands early, right? Then up. Then down. Nope. Oh, we're ahead. Off the champion. Of ice, and now we're probably gonna be behind. Oh. Optimistic. A little bit late. There. Oh, so close. Beat Mika before stream end prediction. I'm down to try, but Keep in mind when betting here that we're going up against the world's best ice player. Like, there just isn't anyone close. Medicine is close in his defense. Alcon is close. Guys, we're starting. We have an hour. We're starting 10:30. We're starting 10:30. One of them is late, so we got another 30 minutes out of it. Doubters in shambles. The remake. It's all the benefit of the believers. I'd be surprised if it gets in an hour. The map is about a minute long. Meaning, if I play perfectly, guys, close to perfectly, I'll get 60 attempts at one-shotting this out. That is not good numbers, honestly. You really want a bigger sample size of attempts. Like here, this is, of course, an attempt, but it's so slow. How do you vote and things like that? Some countries can't because of gambling laws. I know Sweden can't, for example. I think Netherlands can't either. Because it's considered gambling to use channel points. So, you might be from a country that can't. Oof. Almost. I need to figure out how to gain more in the start again. I'm losing so much here. To like an ideal start. Because we're taking this map seriously now, guys. We're really trying to not lose anywhere. And obviously the landing there was bad, but I want to try to one-shot it. Close to like the lowest you can go. It's a game of limbo in the end, man. How low can you go on that jump? The lower the better. Oh? Far? If I can set up for the ice slide. Almost. That's full YOLO. Alright, let's try the end. No, then I'm accelerating while it's going backwards, and that's not good. Trying to get world record beating Mika. The stream title is beating Mika, I think. I hope. So yeah, we're trying to beat Mika. If I beat world record 2, that's a bonus. But Mika challenged me, so I'm down. I'm down for the challenge. Turn music up. How about that? That's a good start. Good speed, rather. Oh no. I want 1180 checkpoint. I had one. And ever since then, I've been longing. I don't know how to get there. Ash, thank you for the 30 months.
Fuck,
30 months resub. Crazy numbers, man. Thank you so much. Holy shit, holy shit. $36 checkpoint. Ah, no, I over-angled. Damn, 36.99 though. Oof. And that could be faster. I think I could do 36.8 maybe on a perfect start. Just to figure out what went wrong. One sec. I wonder what's easiest to line this up. Because usually I do cam 2. That? It's good. 2 sideways. Damn. I think Nika had 37.3 checkpoint. So we were 0.3 ahead of Nika. Another good jump. We'll get to see her because we're kind of equal. Yeah, 37.3 Nick ahead. Oh. Jump was as low as my self-esteem. Damn. I'm sorry to hear that, because that's rock bottom. Can't get lower. $11.80. Guys, wait, this split might be insane. If I get a low jump now. No, this is high. High and far away from where I want to land. Oh, try it. Virtual, when will it be cool to hunt campaign tracks? Cool is, like, the thing is, like, I just don't really enjoy this campaign. I tried some of the maps, but even the bobsleigh one, I just get outclassed. So I don't really feel motivated for it. I mentioned showing my old khaki maps. Oh, right. I forgot about that. If you wanna see them, we could. I don't have time right now. I can show them next weekend. Start. Another 36, I think. Oh my god, it's the fastest. Oh. Oh, so close. Damn it. We have signs of life though, guys. Signs of life. This is not impossible. 3691 is 0.4 ahead. But that had a lot of good parts. A very fast per check, right? Oh no. We're gonna go very close to it here. Your challenge will be finishing?
This
that
guy's
was it for me too, but
dude.
now I'm trying to go for world record. I could barely finish this map when I played it the first time. Oof. I need to inside air brake. Yeah, then you can get stuff like this. Booster, thank you for the 4 months. Welcome back to the vibe. Did I finish 25? We're done. Yeah, I got all authors. So now we're going for the the end game content, which is beating Mika on ice. And there are maps where he hasn't hunted as much as this one, but this is the one that I want to try to beat, you know? Mika percent category. You were barely able to finish without the ice? It's hard. It's difficult to time the jumps right, especially the last one. Ooh, good speed. Think I'll gain back here. Better approach. No, it's gonna be behind. No. Almost. Aren't there 2 world records that have bounties? There are, yeah. This is not one of them. So in that sense, a bit unfortunate, but I think also Mika would hunt this one more if it was a bounty map, so. Also, everyone's going for the bounties though, like Alcon, everyone. If you think about it, like $200 bounty for a map like that is better than Trackmania prize pool wise than getting like 5th TMDL. So yeah, in terms of Trackmania prize pools, a lot of people are gonna go for it. TMDL prize that low? No, it's just the top 4 win. The top 4 players win, and 5th usually doesn't get much. And you're also getting paid by your org, usually. Not only prize pools. Like, people always compare League of Legends prize pool to Dota and think like, oh, League prize pool smaller. But the players themselves in the leagues have so much higher salaries from what I've heard. So it balances out compared to like one team winning like insane millions. Is this an ice map without a timer? The timer's at the bottom, but we are done with the campaign, so we're just trying to beat the world record now. Bit too high? Yeah, good. Oh, that was like silk. Oh, okay. No, grip it. Oh my god. That is nearly 0.7 ahead of Mika. And all it had to do was grip this final part, but I over-angled slightly. So it didn't grip. 0.7, 36.7. Practice the end. It's not so much about practice, because it's just precise. So in some way it's best to just get a lot of runs there. So I know what to do. It's just, you need a lot of attempts to get it. That was a fast one. In Rocket, there's a player who had to stop and go back to work because they did not earn enough. Yeah. You know, esports are at a point where they're like, I think like the top team in any game or the top player, especially the big games, usually do well enough. But for most players, it's not like a very lucrative thing. Like, if you're on the bottom team in LCS, probably, you might be better off, like, working a regular job than playing games. And already then, you're, like, you know, one of the top, what, 0.000% players in the world in that game. Wait, the worst LCS players get 100. Oh, LCS might be a bad example. But yeah, like I know, for example, roughly the salaries in TMGL, and it's maybe a different story there than League of Legends. Damn, crash. Small bonk. That is the reason why many players leave EU. Dude, I watched the Sven interview when he went to C9, and he spoke about how he's so excited to play in the league. I didn't hear anything about money, so I don't think that's the motivation. He clearly would have stated that if he was motivated by money. He just wants to play the World Elite. Oh? Okay. No, we got the height, but yeah, a little bit too high. one end though. If you just joined, the checkpoint I had there, 36.7. 36.7 is 0.6 ahead of Mika. 0.6, 0.7 ahead. That is clearly world record pace. This is still fast. Oh no! Where am I going? Damn, dude, that was way too high. I didn't realize I was too fast. I should have released. Was I aiming for the moon or the finish? I can't tell. Oh god. This is never gonna work. Streamer space program, yeah. The splits do make more sense now, they do. That's a good thing. This could be very good. You know what the worst part is here? I released. If I went full speed, it was kind of the right angle. I just want to do a small release to land even earlier. You just moved to your own apartment. It's my favorite meal. Easy meal to cook. You need advice. I feel you so much on that. Because when you live by yourself, you gotta cook everything. I'd recommend spaghetti, dude. Spaghetti is very easy. It's kind of hard to screw it up. Chicken and rice, really good. Really hard to screw up. You just gotta be a bit competent in what you're doing. Those two are go-tos. Can I also buy pizza? Yeah, I do that myself some days. But I feel like if you, like, now's the time to learn to cook, you know? Because if you don't bother learning it now, you're not going to bother later on either. Acting like I don't eat it on the other day? I don't. Today I actually didn't eat dinner. I just had bread for dinner. That's good. I like bread. Bread's nice. Need to go to the store though. Buy something to make. I can't believe Mika's doing the 360 on the jump. Is it just for style points or is it faster when he lands it good? I'm finding it hard to understand the man. Like, look at him. Here, he does a 360 instead of just this. And his landing angle looks kind of worse. Of course, I'm behind him this run, but I don't know. Do I have a dishwasher? I do. That's very nice. Do I eat something warm for lunch? Usually no, just bread. If I don't know what I'll have, I just make bread. Bread with toppings. Like cheese, I have ham. I have something called cheese ham. I have, I actually have something called prime, which if you say it in English is prime. It's something you put on your bread, and I'm not kidding. We have something we put on bread here, and it's called prime. So I like that. I have it in my fridge. I have prime in my fridge, guys. Get it? You want to see it? One sec. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen. This is prime. It's really nice. It's called prime if you say it in English. It is something you have on bread. I can show you how it looks like. It's like this. Yellow-ish. And you put it on bread. And it tastes like... I don't know, it tastes like prime. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what it's made of. Is it actually made of brunost?
Mom, can we get Twitch Prime? No,
it's made of
have
brunost.
Prime at home.
Brown cheese. I'm a big Prime fan. Put it back. I'm gonna put it back after stream. So I'm ending pretty soon. Spreadable brown cheese. Do you buy bread at a local bakery? No. No, just standard. I feel like some of that stuff is very like... There's a huge focus on like organic vegetables, like, oh, they're so organic, or like local bread at the bakery, or like... Doesn't it, can you taste the difference? I cannot taste the difference. But my relationship to food is often just eat, not for the sake of enjoying food, but just eat to stop being hungry. I often don't really care if it's like insanely expensive bread or just cheap bread. I usually buy like not the cheapest, but the second cheapest bread. The cheapest one is always kind of scuffed, but the second cheapest is pretty nice. And same for other ingredients too. Sounds sad? I don't know, it's just not a big focus. Oh, this is a big focus though. Pass is wrong. No! Damn. But I think bread is such a basic ingredient that there will never be bread that makes me go like, oh my god, this is amazing bread. It's just bread, you know? Like, there's a limit to how much you can do with it. Same with rice. I've never had, like, a mouthful of rice and just thought, like, damn, that's some insanely good rice. It's just rice, man. It just tastes rice. The absolute riot going on right now. If there's one like ingredient I invest in, it's good meat. There I feel like you can taste the difference. But the side things, not really. I feel like there's an actual fire going on in chat right now. How are people so invested in bread? Or my opinion on bread? I'm missing out? But I think, like, I usually think oftentimes I think making, how do I explain this? It depends if I'm cooking for myself or for others. If I cook for others, or like a dinner I will eat with others, I take it more seriously. But if I just cook for myself, I kind of don't really care. I just eat, you know? Anything. It's okay. But it's like, it's more just the, I kind of CBA if it's myself. Then it's just, yeah, let's just eat and then go back to doing something. To treat yourself, I get that. But I often treat myself in other places than food. Is that gonna be it? Oh, I had the height, but not the angle. I could ice slide back down if I got the angle. You guys are saying sus. I meant like work. We're just chilling on the couch. Chugging 2 liters of water every day. That's where I'd feed myself. I drink water. Where do you spend the most amount of time in terms of personal care? No clue.
And Wirtual, I think a lot of people don't understand how common just plain bread with peleg is here. Bot gonna have sourdough garlic bread with brunost.
Just plain bread with anything on it is insanely common. Both like breakfast and lunch in Norway. I think majority of people, unless they have it at like a buffet or something, majority of Norwegians just eat bread for lunch and breakfast. And then hot meal for dinner, and then bread again for supper. But it's not just bread, like you put things on it that are good.
Are you a sourdough or plain bread guy?
I'm gonna say that I actually don't know the difference. So that might answer your question. I literally don't know. Dude, I have no clue. What is a sourdough bread? I just eat bread, man. Are you starting to understand? It's just bread. It's literally just a loaf of bread, you eat it. Just put it in your mouth, the bread. Will I go skiing this season? Absolutely. And I have said I want to take you guys. But snow melts fast, so I gotta get a move on that. Dude, if I could get sponsored by bread, it would be amazing. I buy something called, it's called kneippbrød. If anyone can translate it, kneip is the one I buy. Norwegians, go. That's the one I get at the grocery store, the one I like the best. And then we also have something called knekkebrød, which is really good. Yeah. The very, like, crunchy ones. Both of those are my favorites. For most meals. It's called crisp bread. Wait, I'll show you.
Like you would buy game branded bread.
It's wait, I'll show you. This type of bread I like. It's called kneip. This is the one I get. Something like this.
Brioche bread is god tier.
But you guys are saying surdeigsbrød. You're saying this? Oh, you guys are so fancy. Look at you with your abnormal bread. High class bread. Damn. Like, bread that isn't rectangular is abnormal bread. Normal bread is rectangular shaped. That was a round bread, so that was not normal. I can't believe you guys are so against me on this. I cannot believe it. How you have a loaf? Wait, we need to define this. A loaf of bread is a loaf. Is loaf a shape? Wait, no. Oblong. It's saying oblong. A loaf is a rounded or oblong mass. We need to Google this. Oblong mass.
What?
Ah, this is maybe NSFW. Okay, that was a bad Google search. An oh, okay, this is safer. Oblong.
This guy Sigma is, dude.
You guys have like circular, but this is oblong. Pills, no. this, right? So this is normal if it's like this, but I think that's kind of also rectangular, right? We can agree on oblong, but it's not oval. If I look at this, I'd think of a bread. It's rectangular because it has 2 short sides and 2 long sides. Two short sides, 2 long sides. That's rectangular.
Dude.
Jamie, thank you for the prime. Perfect bug slide. Thank you. In my brain, that's rectangular. Rounded rectangle. Yeah, I don't see the problem. It doesn't need to be like perfectly Minecraft square. Would it have to have like perfect corners for it to be a rectangle? In your eyes?
I have to say that you are doing pretty good when it comes to controversy, as you saying I prefer neat bread over sourdough.
It's cheaper.
I feel most Scandinavians are with you on this, but we're too scared of the French and Southern rug bread is the best bread.
This guy Sigma is... Dude.
Google Roggen Mish Brot, that's the good stuff.
I'm not gonna Google bread right now. We just did. Norwegians, you got me on this? Just eating kneippbrød? It's pretty good, right? My streamer hates my bread. It's called preference, right? I just prefer one type of bread. Bak eget brød. Bake your own bread.
This guy Sigma is...
I think I'd invest so much time into that I'd be scared of not liking. No. I've lost it. I've lost any focus I had here. Yeah, I buy the second cheapest one, not the cheapest one. We got derailed here, chat. Wicked. Ixowakivmak, thank you. And Aaron Bronco, thank you for the prime. Nine minutes late? No, they're arriving 30 minutes late. I heard from my editors, so we're good. We're good. We can play for another 5 minutes. Then I gotta go. Damn it! We were so good on this. Alright, so we now know that, like, bread is one of the world's most controversial topics. I had no idea, chat, that this was a touching a soft spot. And I'm sorry that you guys are wrong. You need to hear sometimes. It's just a shame that you guys are wrong about this, and now I gotta be the one to tell you. Oh my days. I'm still ahead. Or almost. Dude, that could have been very good. I'm missing out on what life has to offer. I think at the moment, maybe yes. But my thought process has always been that the offer will stand. The offer isn't going away.
This guy Sigma is...
I still have the chance to try it later. For now, I'm perfectly content with how I live. Luca, thank you for the prime.
This guy
And
Sigma is...
Schokoladensaus, thank you for the prime as well. Thank you for using it on me. Oh. Norway just lost to Sweden in handball, but we won in Trackmania. That's what matters. Is lefse a big thing in Norway? Kinda. Especially as like a dessert, yeah. They're really good. They're great for like, I don't know, school celebrations or so.
This guy Sigma is fucked, dude.
This is fast.
Happy anniversary. 12 months of great growth. Here's to at least 12 more.
Oh shit. Thank you, Heart6Shoe, for
Centuries
one full
of
year.
bakeries existing, a total waste of time. Give me square bread that's more sugar than yeast. Wirtual 2022.
Kind of true though. You guys aren't ready to learn about Norwegian food culture. I'll show you. We have thank you so much, Heart6Shoe. Let's go for 12 more, man. Thank you.
Just don't start talking about shower bread. I don't think non-Norwegians are ready for that curveball.
Do you want to know how we eat hot dogs in Norway? We eat them like this. In a tortilla. Hot dogs in tortilla are very common here. We use buns too, but this is a very Norwegian thing. You have them in buns, but you also have this. And then if you want to go extremely cursed, so there's a part of Norway that puts them in waffles. Hot dogs in waffles.
You can keep on eating your oblong M for every
and
meal
this is like peak cursed Norwegian food. There's southern Norway, they eat this. Southern Norway.
This guy Sigma is... Dude.
This guy looks very southern. It's a thing.
This guy Sigma is fucked, dude.
Saubergrimmes, thank you for the prime. Second act to sub to Wirtual again. Thank you for the sub, holy shit.
I mean,
that's dedication.
The waffles could work.
If you haven't tried it, you should try it, but yeah. It's interesting.
In the US we do chicken and waffles, so it isn't that cursed.
That's pretty cursed. I always think if you combine something that's a dessert with like a main dish, it's just gonna be weird. But then again, I love sugar, so. Like, have you guys had like... No, this is a normal thing. Never mind. Typical like Norwegian pancakes are like... You have sugar or jam on them. But there's places like outside Norway where you have like... You have a full dinner inside the pancake. You know? Like another meal packed in a pancake. That is very weird to me. I think it's France that does it. They're called like crêpe. Crêpe? Creperia? I don't know what it's called, but yeah. Those thin pancakes. Guys, I've lost it. I'm a husk of the man I once was on this map. Consistent world record paces. And what did I get in return? A conversation about bread. What's with American pancakes? Does the entire world agree that pancakes are supposed to be thin, except for the US? Okay. Hook it! So close. 2 more runs, guys, then we give up. Two more today. Then we might try this again next weekend. Okay. That was bad. That was the wrong inputs that I did. Still a really fast one though.
North American pancakes use maple syrup, which bleeds into the pancake, making thicker better.
Oh. But it doesn't beat the thin ones though. It improves the thick one, but the thick one is still worse. I want to beat this, but guys, we're gonna do one final run. Uno más. That's the line. Uno más. Is this why Wirtual doesn't normally stream off weekend? I need time to consider my takes before I go live. There are some takes the world isn't ready to hear, especially regarding bread. I was before my time when it came to bread. All right. Too low? Yeah.
Did someone say waffles? Boy, do I love my waffles.
Sounds like a normal TTS until you realize it's the guy talking about waffle stomping, which is a completely different activity. Fastest start, I think. No, I messed up a little bit. There he goes. And there we fall. We might get this one. But guys, I have a meeting. We're gonna have to try this in the weekend again. We can definitely beat it though. That much I know. We can definitely take this one back. But yeah, we beat the campaign. Bit of a bad couple of days today. Unfortunate. Still. I feel pretty happy with the progress we made. We beat the Ice campaign. But if you want to watch someone try to beat the Ice campaign right now as well, you should go over to Modgy's stream. Modgy's streaming it right now.
Stomps, he'll see myself out.
I do not waffle stomp. I'm not about it. Let's end on this song. It's a fun song. Guys, go give some love to Modgy today. She sounded a bit upset from what people said earlier, so hearts in chat maybe, and go cheer her up. I'll see you guys again in the weekend. Until then, I'm just gonna work on some videos and whatnot. See you guys soon, guys. And until next time, have a good one. Bye bye. Your opinions, chat, on Brad are wrong.